Hey guys, so I want to do something a little bit different today. This is completely off the cuff and just me going and studying and talking. And as you can tell, like no makeup, no nothing. This is just me going because I've been, if you've been following along, I work with a lot of people that have anxiety and trauma. And a lot of my clients are people pleasers or they have loose boundaries or all the things, like in some combination. And I've been thinking the advice that I give them might be beneficial for you. So I'm just going to share it with everyone. So it's probably going to be a real quick, short-ish video. So we'll see what happens. So just fair warning, this is completely off the cuff. But I want you guys to think about something for really quick. What is the number one reason why people have loose boundaries or no boundaries with the people in their life? What is your gut response? Put in the comments. But for most people, the reason why boundaries are loose or not firm is because it's fear. Fear of losing that person in their life, fear of being seen as cruel, mean, rude, what have you. But the important thing to also realize though is boundaries, when they're put in place and they're enforced in real time with the people in our lives, they're actually a way of saying, hey, I love you. I want to love you. I want you to love me the way I need to be loved. Whatever way that looks for you is how it is. And I have a lot of high achieving clients that are in positions, high up positions in businesses. And they sometimes struggle with having a really good work-life balance. It's because they have this pressure to make sure they're constantly doing what they need to do for work, making sure they're pleasing their bosses, and make sure everything's are getting done on time, what have you. Or they're in the medical field and they have literal people's lives in their hands, so they want to make sure things are done correctly. Which is all well and good. Not knocking anyone's work ethic, not knocking you actually doing your job and doing it really well. I want you to do that. When it comes to an issue, is whenever you can't leave work at home. You can't leave work at work. Sorry, reverse that. And when you come home, our thing about is work. What's going on with work? What's going on with clients? What's going on with people that you're healthcare people at your hospital that you're working at? What have you? And if that constantly eating into your family time, that's going to start breeding resentment within your friend groups, within your children, if you have children, with your spouse, partner, whoever you're living with, or even not even people you're living with, just people in your family in general, if your life is so consumed by work because of poor work-life boundary, because of poor work and home life boundaries. So what can we do about it? What works best? Well, I said the main question that comes down to what is your job? What does it say in your employment contract what your job responsibilities are? What do they say? Do you guys even know what your job responsibilities are? If you don't, go to your HR people and be hey, what am I supposed to do? And if you have been doing anything outside of that contract, a couple options. Option number one, keep doing said thing, stay miserable, stay unhappy. It's still an option. If you chose not to do anything, it's always an option. Option number two, talk to HR, be hey, I've been doing X, Y, and Z outside of company time because of whatever. I will no longer do this thing. I'm going to put this in place instead. That's another option. Option three is you can keep doing the things, but negotiate for a raise or a job promotion or what have you, depending on your job, depending on your company. Some options to think about. Now, why would this be important? Why do you want people to have good work-life balance? Obviously, you don't want to be doing work all the time. You don't want to get, if you're not getting paid for extra work, don't do the extra work. There's not a point to it unless, you really the company, it's or your own business. If you own your own business, it's a whole different thing. I own my own business. Obviously, I have my own private practice. So I 5,000 hats all at once. But I took that on when I have my own practice, when I have my own business. When you have your own business, when you're a business owner, it's a whole different dynamic. So obviously you can't give yourself a raise. I mean, you could, depending on what you do. But So like bouncing off of that one. But even still, like, as like owning your own business, depending on where you work at for your business, also plays a part in it too. So even if you own your own business or you don't, if you work from home at all, like at all in your day for your work, you need to find a way to separate your workspace from your home space, whether it be an office, whether it be like a certain section in your living room, what have you. Never your bedroom. Never your bedroom. Your bedroom's always for sleep and other activities for your partners, if you have them. But not for work. Well, plus it's also unprofessional to really be doing work in your bedroom, too, especially in your bed. So, but the biggest reason why you don't want to have your work stuff in your bedroom is because your bedroom is generally like your place of realization of safety and calm and just being you. Because like if you're in your bedroom, like you can have like your favorite author, like posters on the wall, movie posters, what have you, or like your books, or like anything else in your room that make you think yourself. And you don't always want your work, like your coworker seeing that side of you, unless you're that close. So one thing I tell my clients, though, like if they do work from home, is to find a time after your work day's ended to like physically leave your house. Leave your house. Take 2-5 minutes, whatever makes sense for your family and life. So like physically, okay, I'm leaving work, and like kind of like visualize like you leaving that energy outside the house, and then come back in. It's really good, like energy clearing and changing up. Now, for me, I have 2 young kids, and whenever I'm done with work, they're usually home. Like my husband usually watching them, so they know when I'm done. So I don't like physically leave the house, but I go to a different space. I do like my own version of energy clearing, which is usually just like closing my eyes, kind of like breathing. Breathing is huge, regardless of who you're at. Like breathing, like getting a really good down with like, your breath, super important, really good. But so just doing those things is really helpful, and in general, too. But also just like communicating your needs, either with your partner, with your bosses, with your coworkers, like what have you, like whoever is like pushing on those boundaries, talking to them. And I'm sure some of you guys have noticed, like in my past videos where I use I statements, I teach everyone how to use I statements in effective ways, because a lot of times people, when your I statements are being used with a lot of people, the word "you" it's put in there, which is never effective, because the instant "you" is said, an I statement, it no longer becomes an I statement, it becomes a "you" statement, because the person you're talking to will feel attacked, get defensive, what have you, like no matter who they are, it just happens. It's like it's a subconscious thing that people do all the time. But so saying I'm feeling overworked whenever I have to work overtime at home, I'm not getting compensated for this. I'm no longer going to do that. I'm going to start putting in X, Y, and Z in place to make sure all the work is done on time. Everyone's orders are placed on time, what have you, like whatever the thing is that you've been doing after work, setting up a new system at your work where that's not a thing anymore, and everyone knows, like, hey, like at 5 o'clock, this is done. Whatever your ending time is, like I just put 5 o'clock because some people end at 5. But you still like having those boundaries put in place is huge. But I'm sure a lot of you are saying, like, yeah, but I need to have my phone on. My boss can get mad at me. Yeah, but if I don't do this, then things can get backed up. Yeah, but. There will always be a yeah, but. My yeah, but to your yeah, but is, do you still want to be miserable? Do you still want to feel beholden to your work whenever you're trying to enjoy time with your family, with your friends? Like, if you're on vacation and you're worried about what's going on at work, that's not healthy. That's not conducive to you having fun on vacation. Like if you're at a beach and then you're worried about like someone doing their job at work and like they're not doing it, then you're not relaxing, and it's defeating the purpose of that self-care, that self-love that you're yourself going on vacation. So that's the yeah, but. Yeah, but do I want to live with this forever? Yeah, but is it doing me any good to put in extra time for people that aren't going to acknowledge my extra work? Yeah, but am I really going to be living my best life if I'm doing this all the time? Yeah, but am I actually spending time with my kids that I want to spend time with if I'm doing this all the time? So it all depends on who you want to be and how you want to live. So, step one, I statements. Well, actually, no, step one, let me try this. Step one, identify what boundaries you want to have. What your values are, what you want things to be in your life. Step two, identify the pain points of where those things are coming from. Step three, identify how you can actually make those changes. What would make the most sense for you, for your work life, for your home life. And step four, I statements to put those in place. Then step five, acting on it and repeating. Six, well, step six, repeating, because it's going to take time. It's going to take practice. It's never going to be it's not easy. Like, making any of these changes is never easy. Because that you just had in your head whenever I said all these things, it's going to come up every time you try to put these in place. So, practicing and like staying true to who you want to be and what type of life you want to have be huge in the long run. Because it's just like okay, so I want this out of my life. How do I get there? And identifying on those things. And then you're like, okay, I can do that. But a lot of people are probably feeling really tight, like a tightness in your chest right now. Like, oh, this is scary. I don't like this. This is like, ooh, no. So if that feeling is you, if that's happening with you at all, I want you to breathe into it. Like, literally to close your eyes. Just breathe in deep. And then breathe out. And like, get in touch with what your body's saying. Because our bodies, you generally hold the clues to what we need. Because if our body's having any form of tension or like resistance to like anything that I just said, or anything anyone like your own therapist has said in the past, there's usually something that triggered it. And listening to where in your body that pain is coming from will help you get in touch with where you need to go in the future to make the changes that you want to have and how to make them lasting longer. So just think about it. Get in the groove of these things. But the biggest thing that I want anyone to take away from this is identifying what boundaries and what values matter most to you. And remember, boundaries are not a way of pushing people away. They're saying, I want to love you and I want you to love me, and this is how. You're literally giving them a script of this is what I need from you. Follow it to this T. I will love you. You will love me. Golden. However, you have to do the same thing for them. Biggest thing. If you're setting a boundary, if they set a boundary, respect everyone's boundaries. They're very important. And if someone is not respecting your boundaries, that's when you have to negotiate within yourself. Do you still want that person in your life? Do you still want that job? Is that job the best job for you? Because the job might be paying the bills. Oh, well, good, because yes, we need money. We need to survive. We need to buy groceries, pay bills, what have you, all the things. But not at the detriment of our physical and mental health. Because being overworked and stressed all the time wreaks havoc on our bodies. Like, literally havoc. Like, there's thousands of studies to back this up. I'm not going to list any because I don't have any off the top of my head. Google it. They're there. I promise you that. And, like, stress will affect your heart, affect your brain, your memory, your speech, your gut, your liver, your hormones. Any women out there that are listening to this, if you've been trying to get pregnant or have had any issues with pregnancy, stress is the number one infertility cause. I mean, there's obviously other psychological things going through that, but stress doesn't help Like full disclosure, I have PCOS. It took me a long time to get pregnant with my son. And stress did not help the situation. It wasn't until I was like, screw it, I'm done, we're done trying, that I actually got pregnant. The whole other stuff that happened to you, but just basically just stopping trying worked for us. Obviously, everyone's situation is different in that area. I'm not saying that works for everyone. That's what happened for me. But the stress piece does affect everyone. Because if you're stressed out, your hormones aren't functioning properly because your body is getting flooded with cortisol. Flooded. And eventually, if you're being constantly flooded with cortisol, you're just going to crash. Your body will physically crash. And then you'll be stuck in a hospital or wherever you are until you get better. So, boundaries, self-care, self-love, whatever you want to call it, is so important to make these changes. So, rant over. I hope you guys got some good pieces out of this. I know it's like I said, off the cuff. It was basically just me speaking from the heart and just stuff that I felt like all people needed to hear. But listen to your bodies, listen to your mind. If you have if you're living in chaos, go to a place that's quiet, a library, coffee shop, what have you, somewhere, the park. Go to nature, go listen to a creek, listen to the rushing water, listen to how the breeze go through your hair, what have you, somewhere where you can be quiet and calm and collected, where you can listen to your emotions and your body and get in touch with what you need and will benefit you. Or if you live in a city and there's something like that close by where it's quiet, then put on some headphones, put on some calming nature sounds, and journal. Write down what's bothering you, write down what you want to change, what you want from your life, and then make a plan on how to get there. But if any of this sounds like too much to do on your own, I'm more than willing to help you get there, or help connect you with people that could get you there and help you be the person you want to be. Bring back joy in your life and just set better boundaries, have better communication skills. Obviously, there's a lot more nuance to some of these things. A lot of my clients, we have doing a lot of nuances because of past traumas and neglect and abuse and all the things. But you can work on that stuff. We can get to the root of why those things are happening, what your brain has been wired to do because of what you've been through, and you work through it that way. So whatever calls to you, whatever speaks to you, just go for it. All right, everyone, have a great day, and I will see you next time.